And we're back. You're watching Sports Federation TV. I'm Lenyukta Chetty. Thank you for tuning in. And remember to have your cell phones ready for that Bashes competition in a little bit. Joining me now from the world of tug of war, we have Anton Botha and Melanie Smith, who are here to tell us about the recent exciting exploits of the people registered in their sport. Welcome, guys. And thank you for joining us once again. We're always happy to have tug of war on the show, and you've always got such great things to boast about. But before we get into those boastful things,
pulling, your hands must be able to hold your weight. So the heavier you are, the harder it is on your arms and your hands. You can't hold yourself up for a long period, and then the more you lose weight, the easier it becomes on your hands, the fitter your hands get. So, but we're not saying the big people mustn't come. They must come. We're going to make them thin. And then their hands are going to work well.
Wow,
So.
wow. Well, besides, let's talk benefits now, because obviously if you take up tug of war in the South African context, you have a pretty decent chance of, if you're good, to be a world champion one day, because that's what the South Africans are doing in the tug of war scene. But besides that, what would you say some of the benefits of being involved in the sport?
The benefits are we're very tight-knit. Everyone supports everyone there. It doesn't matter which club you're from. The support is always there. And that's nice in the smaller sports because everybody knows everyone. And you can go from one club to another and you still feel as if you are at home. The mental benefits is it makes you think about what you have to do on the rope. You can focus. You have to deal, like other sports as well, with disappointments where you're not winning or you're doing something wrong, and then there are people there to help you right, to guide you.
And the teamwork.
And the teamwork, yes. That is the main thing, because if you don't work together as a team, just one person doing something wrong can mean the difference between winning and losing.
Absolutely.
The other benefits are that you get fit. Yeah. There's no two ways about it, you get fit. And if you don't get fit, your teammates are going to help you to get fit and say, come on, you're not pulling your weight.
Yeah.
Come, I'll go jogging with you. They help each other. So long term, we have people that stay in the sport for 30 years and they're still going and they're still teaching the youngsters and they are still active in the sport.
I think the bottom line for any sport, if children are involved in sport, it's chances are you'll be a better adult if you were involved in a sport as a child. And teamwork is such an important skill for a child to learn early in their life. So let's talk about the under-19 girls and the national team and how amazingly they did at the World Champs. And we've got some pictures, so let's have a look at that. So that's the squad.
That's the team, yes.
Yeah. Can you run us through who they are? And which school did they go to?
They are in fact from high school Drostay. And it works like this with the juniors in terms of, to make logistics easier, that the team that wins the SA Junior Championships, they get the opportunity to represent South Africa at the World Championships, in this regard the Junior World Championships. This team of course did exceedingly well, and as you know they came back with the gold, the current world champions.
Yes, yeah, we were fortunate enough a couple of weeks ago to meet up with them when they arrived, and they were ecstatic. I mean, it's such an accomplishment, because I'm sure they're competing with the likes of some very developed countries with amazing resources and those kind of things, and they went there from Worcester and they won the world champs.
It's got to say something about the South African sun and maybe the millipop and stuff that we eat.
And the technique.
It was also the first time that the under-19 ladies took part in the World Championships. We've had the under-23s in the past, but this was the first year, and South Africa was one of the countries that fought and ensured that there was an under-19 ladies division. And we were just so proud of them that in the first time that they're taking part, that they came back with a gold.
That's pure joy.
Yes.
Pure joy.
They
for
worked
them.
very hard. If you see when they started, and the ladies from Droste, they are not, they haven't been doing it very many years. And to see where they started and where they have finished now, it is absolutely amazing. Also their determination, their focus, their practicing, they had a goal in mind and they just went for it.
Do you perhaps remember which team they competed against in the finals?
For the World
Cup.
Yes,
Wales.
they were against Wales. Yeah.
Against
Wow, and that's also one of the countries that historically very involved. I think the Scottish, Irish, English, those countries, hey, that's where the sport comes from historically. So what would be next in line for these under-19 world champs?
Well, maybe I can answer that. Next year, South Africa is hosting the World Champions, which will include the seniors as well as the juniors. So it's now up to our girls to go, and in fact, luckily all of them are still participating next year. So they have to again bring the gold in the junior World Champs. So they will be preparing for that. I can just mention that our men, in fact, got the silver medal, our under-19 men.
Yes.
So both these teams of course, wants to bring back the gold here on South African soil next year.
Yeah, and it's such an honor to have a world champs for any sport, for that matter. Where will the world champs for tug of war be?
It will in fact be in Greenpoint. There is currently some question marks with regards to the water situation. So we might be looking at alternatives, but it is planned for in Greenpoint, not the big stadium, one of the lesser areas around there. Yes, the top 24 countries in the world we are expecting here in the Cape. From Africa, there's in fact 13 countries, but we are expecting the strongest, apart from South Africa, Zimbabwe. So they will also be here with some strong teams.
Yeah, and it's actually such, if I think back to my school days, it's such an exciting sport to watch as from a spectator's perspective. I suppose there will be those kind of facilities available for people to come watch as well?
Yes, absolutely. We want the stadium filled with South Africans. We will be having some little bit of entertainment before and during the competitions, but the matches itself it's just absolutely terrific. You cannot help but scream and participate. I would even say it's better than a rugby match.
Of course you would say that, you're a puller. So then that event is happening, and if you don't have TV coverage for it, will you be streaming live on Facebook and those kind of things?
Yes, it's part
That's
of
the
the
plan?
contract that we must in fact live stream it. So
Yes.
it will be available, and everyone will be able to follow it.
Yeah, well, in these days, I think people are more tuned into Facebook than they are to TV, so that's probably the way to go. Now, in terms of development and school participation, can you shed some light on that for us?
Yes, we have in total in South Africa that we have record of is about 8,000 pullers that participate on a year-to-year base. Of that, just over 3,000 is or are registered pullers. And the other 5,000 odd, they have regular annual competitions, but more on a recreational base. We have just over 80 clubs in total in South Africa, of which just over 50, about 52 are junior or school clubs.
You must serve on the national administrative body, hey, because the stats is just flying out of your mouth.
Yeah, I think what's of note is that might, in terms of the bigger sports like rugby, not sound that impressive, but we basically doubled our numbers and in fact our clubs over the past 4 or 5 years. So we are very, very happy about where we are going. We are now about in the 18th position in terms of sports in South Africa.
Wow.
And our vision is to become one of the top 10 sports in South Africa.
Yeah, I think when the country, when more people hear about how well they can do and how accessible the sport is, it will definitely pique a lot of people's interest, more people's interest. Now, when does your new season start? How can people get involved, even if they're adults? Because you've got a school feeding system, obviously, and you're getting good support from the schools.
Yes, absolutely. We've got registered pullers, about 2.5 or over 2,000 with the kids. Our season is nicely divided from January up to March. It's summer sport for the kids, for the schools. We also utilize the opportunity to prepare the rugby teams and the netball teams. That's part of our marketing pitch.
Lovely.
Coaches, bring your kids to us. We will make them fit. We will make them strong, and then you have them for the netball and the rugby and hockey seasons. Then from 1st of April till after the World Champs, it is the senior season. And then the last quarter of every year in which we are now is basically our development season. Then we have some development competitions. We already get the teams together and start preparing them for next year. So if you are interested, now is the time. Okay. You can prepare yourself over December. If you want to get a school started, contact us, and we will help you with the rope. We will do everything to get you going, and specifically slot in the first quarter in the kids or the junior season.
Now, for the adults watching that are not yet involved in a sport, what kind of personality would tug of war appeal to?
We basically, I would say,
Yes,
have pretty much everyone.
Good answer.
I would say
It really is.
Yeah.
there's a definite appeal in the sport. A lot of people gym, and then they are looking towards what else is there. I mean, I'm gymming. What am I gymming for? Or CrossFit nowadays, and a lot of our members come from that environment, and they are doing very, very well. They've got the basic fitness and strength under the belt. Then we teach them the technique, and they do exceedingly well in the tug of war sport. So if there's people out there that gym or CrossFit and they want to take it one step further, tug of war is absolutely the sport for you. I think it's got the mud, it's got the guts and the glory and the grit and all those things that rugby and hockey, I would say.
It really does appeal to such primitive senses in one.
Absolutely. It's funny that you would say that, because we also say that we are the oldest sport. Not say, we've got evidence that we are the oldest sport. As far back as 2,500 years ago, there's in some of the pyramids, they have actually this what do you call it, murals of guys pulling against each other.
Also of them pulling those huge bricks as well.
Absolutely. And it was part of the ancient Olympic Games in Greece. So it's a long history. So I think pretty much after they've invented the rope, I think tug of war sort of followed naturally from that.
Yeah, absolutely. Such an exciting sport, and always such a pleasure to have tug of war here. Melanie, if adults, people who are not in school anymore, would like to get involved in the sport, how can they get in touch with your federation?
They can go to our website. It is www.satugofwar.co.za. There is a drop-down box for clubs. You choose your region, your province, and then you'll see there's contact details. You just click on it and it comes online, and you can see where you can join a club.
Okay, excellent. And then obviously to teachers, PE teachers, those kind of things that like to get the sport going in the school, they can also get in touch with you.
They can, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing for the community, and thank you for the administration behind the glory for your sport. And we look forward to you coming back pre-World Cup to give us some updates on what to expect.
We will certainly, and thank you for having us.
Okay, great. Well, folks, that's it from Tug of War, and it's time for the Bashers competition. Remember, Bashers is one of the oldest, most loved cool drinks in the Western Cape, with their amazing flavors like ginger beer and pineapple and cream soda. Everybody's got their favorite Bashoes flavor and everybody's got their Bashoes story. Speaking of stories, remember to like our Facebook page, that's Sports Federation TV, and share your Bashoes story with us. Now, to win that case of Bashoes drinks this week, all you need to do is SMS Bashoes to 33090. That's Bashoes to 33090, and congratulations to last week's winner, who is Beulah Campies. Beulah, you are going to get your case of Bashoes very soon in the mail. Joining me after the break will be sailing, so please stay tuned for that.